Hello everybody, Stallions, handsome Jack Boy here, bringing you guys the first episode to, you guessed it, the Abandoned Badlands Unique Weapons Guide. Before I actually start things off, I apologize if I sound like crap right now. I am currently fighting off a cold that I came down with a couple days ago, so yeah, I apologize if I sound really terrible. But anyway, with that out of the way, today I'm going to be covering the Jackal. The Jackal is a unique Torg revolver, and of course there is no prefix for this thing, it is a unique. Now as you can see there in the red text it says, Jesus Christ is in heaven now. So instead of the usual, you know, I fill you in on what I think this gun does, someone actually linked me to a page on the Borderlands wiki that kind of goes over these guns, and I didn't know that. Like these Abandoned Badlands guns, there's actually a page on the wiki, which is really cool. Now I'm looking at the Jackal kind of section here, and it doesn't really give a whole lot of information, but I'm gonna read here. It says, long-barreled revolver similar to the Unforgiven without the critical hit bonus. So yeah, it didn't really give us a whole lot of information, at least in this case, so I'm still going to kind of go over what I think this gun does. As you can see below the red text, we have an increased amount of damage and an increased amount of fire rate. Now I'm pretty sure those two stat increases are part of the weapon's special effect, but I'm not completely sure on that, so let me know in the comments below if you guys have found a version of the Jackal that has those two bonuses. Anyway, now I'm going to be showing you guys how to actually get this gun in the first place. Alrighty guys, so the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to Oasis, and then you're going to hit up slot number 7, which takes you to the Abandoned Badlands. Make sure you guys have it installed or it won't take you anywhere. So as you can see here, here's a map of the Abandoned Badlands, and in the orange circle there was the town where you start in, and then the orange circle there is where the Jackal is located. Now just to get this out there for you guys that might be a little confused, there are two types of Jackals here within the Abandoned Badlands. There's the Boss Jackal, and then there's the Weapon Jackal. Of course we're covering the Weapon Jackal, not the Boss Jackal, but they're over here in the same area, which makes sense. So you're just going to want to come over here, and then there's going to be some bandits. I recommend bringing the best weapons you have into this DLC, because this is, this DLC is pretty tough. The enemies are really high leveled. I recommend if you start in the Abandoned Badlands for the first time, starting on leisure difficulty, because it is the easiest difficulty, and by easiest I don't mean like really easy, the enemies are cheese. It's still pretty difficult. It kind of depends on the gear that you bring in. If you have like a Hellfire or like a Anarchy, you're gonna beast it up, but you just need to come well equipped. I don't recommend starting out on Suicide, obviously, but you're just gonna want to come over here, and there's gonna be this weird looking locker thing. Just open it up, the Jackal will be inside. It is a guaranteed spawn. It's just really cool, because you don't get this thing from a boss, which is the normal way of getting uniques in this game. So it's pretty cool. You get it from a weird locker thing, which I don't really get. Is it supposed to be a reference or something? But anyway guys, moving on to the gameplay. Now my opinion about this gun, guys, this thing is pretty awesome. It's actually a lot of fun to use. The damage is good, the fire rate's good. It's overall just good. On the wiki here it kind of compared it to the Unforgiven. Obviously it's not as good as the Unforgiven. I think this thing spawns with predetermined parts, meaning that you probably can't get a masher barrel on this thing, but that would be friggin' amazing if you could. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much it, guys. There's not really a whole lot to talk about on this thing other than it is pretty good. If you guys don't have the Unforgiven, this is a pretty good placeholder, at least until you do, get an Unforgiven. So if you guys have Borderlands 1 for PC, I recommend downloading the Abandoned Badlands and actually, going for this thing. It's really easy to get, even if you don't have the best of gear. You only have to fight a few bandits, so it's really easy to get this thing. You don't have to go through tons of enemies. You don't have to kill a boss or anything. So yeah, if you guys don't have an Unforgiven, this is a pretty good placeholder, at least until you do get an Unforgiven. And like I said, let me know in the comments below. If this thing can spawn with a masher, I'm pretty sure it can. I think it comes with predetermined parts. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe for more. And I apologize if I sound like crap throughout this whole thing, and also I apologize in advance if the content might be a little bit lacking this week, at least until this cold does go away, because I don't want to make a whole lot of videos and sound like crap in all of them. So I apologize in advance if the content might be a little bit lacking this week. But once this cold does go away, expect a whole lot of Borderlands the pre-sequel and Borderlands 1 stuff here on my channel. But anyway guys, I'm out of here. Peace!